Today's verse of the day, Romans chapter 12, verse 12. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, and faithful in prayer. Patient in affliction. Affliction is pain. So being patient when you're in pain, to me, in other words, means don't make emotional decisions. Especially when you're trading and when you lose money in the market, it can be the most frustrating and upsetting thing. And you can tend to have an emotional reaction and cause yourself to do more harm than you intended to do. So being patient in affliction is so powerful, such a powerful statement, because it reminds you to stay patient and stay calm in those moments where you're hurt, because you tend to make the worst decisions when you're hurt. Don't make those decisions in those moments. Be patient and wait for you to cool down and be more logical with your decision making and being able to make a better decision when you're in a sound state of mind rather than a painful state of mind. When you're in a painful state of mind, you'll tend to do things that will harm you even more. So don't make irrational decisions based off of the way you feel in a moment. It's just a moment. It'll pass. God got your back, and He will definitely make sure you overcome and come through that challenge unscathed and prospering. With that being said, let's get to the charts. All right, you guys, and here we have those Monday charts loaded up. Starting out the week, we started out with Apple, ticker symbol AAPL. We're on the 5-minute time frame. So let's talk about it. The market opened below 274 on this particular chart, where we then went down to 272. From 272, we saw some reversal bounces coming in. However, we were holding below this 273 level after retesting what was actually the pre-market low. And once we got confirmed failure twice, I then took a position here on this candle using the 273 level as a stop loss. We were able to then see continued downside going back down into the orb low, which is that white line right there, the 272.33 level. Closing below it, finally, we then saw continued downside movement all the way down to 271.5, where I ended up taking full profits. And I believe I took first profits at this level here at 272, which was the current level of the current all-time low of the day at that period of time. I could have had re-entries here at the 272.70 level, but I didn't really care to enter more size, so I just used that 273 level as a stop loss on my remaining contracts. But like I said, I was able to then catch the move back down to 271.5. Now, this play did continue to go lower after we got out. It did, however, reclaim the orb low, going back up to 272.8, which is right around that 273 level, which was pretty much the pivot point for the day on this particular chart. So we saw that retest, and we got another failure back below the orb, where we then got continued downside later in the day, all the way down to 270.2. So that was our levels for Monday. Very good trading, very easy going trading on Monday. Let's talk about Tuesday. All right, you guys, here we have the Tuesday charts loaded up. Currently, we're looking at the Tesla charts, ticker symbol TSLA. On the 5-minute time frame, as you guys see here, we had a range between 492 and 485. Initially, we opened at the 489.41 level, where we then saw some failure around this major demand zone of 488.5. I was confident that the market looked to be going up at the period of time that I was looking at this trade. It was pretty early of an entry, honestly, on my end, so I didn't have a lot of size on it. However, I did take a loss just simply due to the fact that it failed my idea. So we entered whenever this candle was holding this 487.6 level. This candle was currently holding that 488.5 level, but we used that previous candle low, which was the opening bell candle, as our stop loss. We then got the failure below that level. I stopped out of it, of course. Tried to get a re-entry, but I failed to get the re-entry to catch this move back up. And we ended up just getting chopped around in plays all day on Tuesday. So we tried to continue to take Tesla plays, and it just was not working out for us, unfortunately. And so that day was a loss for me. But it was all good because we were able to capitalize on Wednesday and also on Friday. So let's talk about Wednesday. All right, you guys, here we have the Wednesday charts loaded up on the Tesla ticker symbol TSLA 5-minute time frame once again. As you guys see, we were kind of in the same range on Tesla going into Wednesday. We were able to see some failure, however, come back in below that orb low from the previous day, which was the 485.59 level, going all the way back down to 480, where we then saw continued failure. By the time I got to this chart, I saw that the market was failing below this level, and I set the orb level at the 480.27 level, where we then saw some continued downside. As you guys see, these wicks here and this trail downward. So I was just using the entry that I had, which was right here, once we got the retest of this 481 level, and we failed to get back higher as my stop loss, because essentially we were just forming a low downtrend. So once I saw that, I used that candle as a stop loss, indicating that if we broke back above that candle, we were breaking the trend, essentially. So got that entry, used that candle stop loss. We then saw some instant downside going all the way down to 476.81, which was really, really good. Took full profits there. We got a retest here. I tried to get back in it. I got back in it, didn't see a full move, but I did see a little bit of a move. I took some profits, but I didn't take all profits. Ended up stopping out once we got back above this orb low. So Wednesday was a way better, well-executed trade for me in Tesla. I missed that initial move from 490 all the way down to 480, but sometimes that's just a part of the game. It is what it is. You don't want to be too early to a position, because that same way I was early to a position the day prior, I could have been early to a position today, and I could have lost today if I had joined in too soon. So we were able to capitalize off that trade. I was not happy. Thursday, the market was closed due to Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you guys had happy holidays. But Friday, the market was open, and we did get into the market. So let's talk about what trades we took on Friday. It was good, y'all. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, leave a like and comment, and share this with somebody that you know. I would appreciate that so much. Also, our website is now live, www.continuebelief.com. There you can get more information about courses, free courses, learning how to day trade, and so many other courses that I got coming soon. Also, I have books on there that you guys can learn different things about. So if you guys are interested in those kind of things, go check out the link below, www.continuebelief.com. I'll see you guys there. Let's get back to the video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we have the Friday charts loaded up. On the Meta chart, ticker symbol META, 5-minute time frame. As you guys see here, we were range bound between 668, pretty much 669 and 666. However, we got a break below our 666 level right here around 9 o'clock. From there, we took an entry on this downside move. Once we got a retest and failure here at this pre-market low, using that candle high as a stop loss, we were able to capitalize on a very, very strong move back down to 663.7. You guys will see a pattern here when I'm taking trades of how late I get into the move. I don't capitalize sometimes. Sometimes I do. Most times I don't capitalize on these big moves, and the reason being is because they're too early to enter, or they're not really showing clear indication and clear conviction in the movement and where it's going. However, when you get this retest somewhere down here, now you see a clear line of, okay, this is retesting this pre-market low and this orb low. It's failing this orb low, and you have a candle that now shows defined risk with volume of where the pivot for this move to fail would be. And so you can take that with more confidence in your trade working. And that's what I did. I was able to size into this trade and have more size into this trade because of the structure and the way the trade set up itself. You want to find trades that are not too difficult to take when it comes to the structure, the pattern, the way it looks. You want to take ones that look very clear and very easy in a sense. You know, you don't want to take it where it's too difficult and too complicated for you to capitalize on the execution and make money. So we were able to take an easy one and done trade. We got the same retest later on at 10 o'clock, failing that level once again, going right back down and even lower actually, all the way down to 662, and even lower than that, going all the way down to about 661.3. Closing the day out somewhere around 664, 665. Beautiful day on Friday, very easy one and done trade. All you need is a few candles, as you guys see here. We have a candle from here at 9:20 all the way down to here at 9:45. So a 25-minute trade that you can capitalize major gains from if executed properly. With that being said, you guys, let's take a look at the SPY charts and see what we can look for going into this next week. Here we have the SPY charts loaded on the 4-hour time frame, ticker symbol SPY. As you guys see, we have broke all-time highs. We're now above 690. What are the levels we can look to see going into next week? Our levels to watch going into next week are going to be, in my opinion, 685, 690, and 695. Depending upon where we open at, if we hold above 690, we can have likelihood to see higher going into 695. However, if we open below 690, we can have likelihood to retest 685, and if we fail 685, we can go back down to 680. However, if we hold 685, we can get a retest and bounce back into 690. So those are the 3 levels I'm going to be watching going into this week. Very easy, clear-cut levels, as you guys see here. Our levels are really defined when it comes to the demand zones and the failure zones. All you have to do is just wait for those zones to hit. Once they hit, you have defined risk, and you can, take the risk on the trade. However, in my opinion, right now, it does look like we're holding. It does depend upon where we open tomorrow. If we open above this level, I do think it's likely we can go higher, breaking above this 692 level, going back into new all-time highs. So those are gonna be my levels going into tomorrow, you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, turn the notification bell on, and share this video with somebody that you know. Also, tomorrow, Monday, I will be having another episode of my Rich Hawkins podcast coming out, so tune in for that. Have your notification bells on for that as well. And my website is now live. If you guys want to go access that, just type in www.continuebelief.com. That is where you can go learn free information, informative courses on day trading, investing, and so many other things. I got a lot of courses coming out soon. I have books on there. I have all my information from my social media pages. Everything you need is on that platform, so go check that out. It's www.continuebelief.com. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.